Today I'm in Solihull to explore an extraordinary community garden designed and built with meticulous attention to the unique needs of veterans and military families. The team here, led by Elaine Butler, are doing something truly inspiring for the local armed forces community, and I'm honoured to hear their stories today.
Tayshan.
Good to see you.
You too. Welcome to the garden.
Thank you. So tell me a bit about this garden that we're in now.
About 2 years ago, we had this idea of providing a place of peace and relaxation for our military colleagues, so they can come sit in solitude or they can meet other people and talk.
Now, there is a gentleness to this garden, isn't there?
There is. And we have a lot of colleagues who are suffering very badly, particularly from PTSD. So we got this embracing wall because they wanted to feel safe. And this means they can sit, talk, and no one can approach from behind without them knowing. All the benches are filled in underneath because of their experiences of explosive devices. In front of them, it's an open view so that they can see people approaching. So they feel very, very comfortable here. And I know that it's helped their mental health. There are some people who are suffering badly. People who have almost felt it necessary that life was too much. Or people who've needed to turn to drugs or alcohol to deal with their problems, to forget, to bury the memories of what happened to them. And this is the place that they found. It's a non-medicinal caring place. And the joy is to see perhaps a young military person here talking to an elderly chap who fought in other conflicts, and they're comparing stories, as soldiers always do when they get the opportunity. So for me, this is the most beautiful place.
Set in the middle of Hillfield Park, working together with Solihull Council, Elaine wanted to create a healing habitat with a wildflower meadow, mini orchard, and a special sheltered circle to explore. And she made it happen with the help of some esteemed armed forces colleagues, like Dave Kerrison. So what is your role in the armed forces then?
Well, I'm an officer in the Royal Air Force and I'm an engineering officer, but I'm the Chief of Staff for #1 School of Technical Training, which is the RAF's oldest and largest technical training school, and we deliver all the aeronautical engineering training to our technicians to get our aircraft into the air, fly around, do our job and land safely. So I actually had the honour of being the last RAF officer to give a royal salute to our late Queen at Wellington Arch, but I was the first RAF officer to give a royal salute to our new King as he came out of Westminster Abbey.
And so what brings you into this garden?
Well, I've been involved with this garden from its conception. I got involved quite early on. I've moved to this area fairly recently, and I wanted to get involved with the local community.
And so what does this garden mean to you then?
Well, for me, as a serving person in the military, it's an area where I can come to and just reflect on all my experiences I've had over the 36 years I've been in the military, and it was the community. It's a community's respect for the armed forces of the UK, and it's just really nice to know the community value us as much as we value them.
The garden is set within a public park with access to all, and it's all managed and maintained by volunteers who are hoping to offer therapeutic activities like painting and fruit picking as the weather warms up. So how important has this space proven to be as a safe space to gather?
Oh, wonderfully so. Veterans will come here alone, often, sit quietly, and then maybe they don't talk at home to their families and their wives, husbands, girlfriends, etc. But they might see another veteran sit opposite on another bench, and before now they strike up a conversation and maybe a new friendship.
What part of this garden most resonates with you?
For me, it is the circle bit. Each stone is a representation of, you know, veterans past and present. Personally, it's just somewhere I can reset myself. Sit there and listen to the robins singing earlier was beautiful.
It's clearly an important space for those who are or were involved in the military. But I was keen to speak to Neil, who is also a regular visitor but wasn't in the army himself. So tell me a bit about yourself and what brings you to this garden.
Well, I am originally from Scotland, came down to live in Birmingham 2001. I've been down here ever since. My brother, Stuart, who was a soldier, was killed in Northern Ireland, 1998, 8th of January 98. And, you know, it's quite a profound thing to happen to you in your life. And it never leaves you. There's not a day goes by where I don't think about him.
So might you be able to tell me a bit about Stuart?
He was just a fun-loving guy with a ridiculously wicked sense of humour. And if I can even just be a small part of who he was, I'll be a happy man. You know, his comrades, I'm in touch with loads of them now. Even on the anniversary of his death, it's all plaudits about what a great guy he was and you know how funny he was. And I'm lucky because not only did I get that great guy, but he was also my brother as well.
And as we sit here now, I mean, what does this garden mean to you?
For me, it's not a place of remembrance, it's a place of reflection. It makes me feel valued, you know, as a bereaved family member, that places like this exist and can be created from nothing. I think servicemen and women are probably seen as roughy-tufty types, and I know that's not the case at all. I know that that's not true. So this garden's is for everyone, not just for everyone who's served, but everyone who's a family member of people who've served and anybody in the community.
And I guess I can relate in ways because it was nature, gardening and gardens that I turned to in moments of need, and I feel like more places could do with
Absolutely.
more nature and more wildlife.
Yeah, and even, I mean, just being out in the outdoors is very good for your soul.
No, it should be all about connection and all about kind of coming together, and I think that's the beauty of gardens and how it can really foster community.
And you never know who you're going to meet here. You genuinely never know who you're going to bump into. And I only know how I deal with it, you know, coming here and talking. I think talking is the probably most underrated therapy. It doesn't necessarily need to only be here because my brother was killed. You know, that's the whole point of a community garden. It's that very thing. It's a garden for the community, and anybody from any walk of life could come here and enjoy it as much as I do. Pretty amazing, really.
It is really amazing. Today has been truly amazing. Seeing Elaine and this remarkable group of individuals from the Armed Forces community has really moved me. It just goes to show just how profound an impact community gardens can have. Don't we all need a bit more kindness, more spaces to nurture, to heal and to come together? I mean, this garden has shown me just how magical it can be.